story of a monster awoke.
Demons run within my veins, promise to keep me safe.
Hey guys, this is Sparkplot Soldier here, and this is my part 5 on what if Deku had Wisp powers. Now, to go beyond the color. And I hope you like this video and hope you subscribe. Deku Midoriya was walking to school. He was trying to figure out why he has a bad feeling. Like the day will be the time he's going to reveal himself or something. Deku was walking to school when he comes across Ochako, and Ochako says, "Hey Deku, how's it going?" And Deku says, fine, just have a bad feeling in my gut." And Ochako says, Why? It just feels like it. You know how you have a feeling that never goes away? Yeah, this is one of them. Deku was very cautious on this day. And Ochako says, "Well, don't worry, because we're going to the USJ to practice saving people." And Deku says, yeah. Then all of Class 1A have gone to school, and Azawa says, "Okay, now we're going outside." All of Class 1A goes outside and see a bus. Now, your class and your vice and captain will lead you to the bus. And Ida leads all the Class 1A onto the bus and says, "Single file everybody, single file." And Deku sits down on the bus, trying to get that bad taste out of his mouth. And Ibari says, What's the matter? Deku? So weird to see or say Hyperstar in saying Deku." And Deku says, it's fine, just having a bad feeling." And Bakugo says, "Huh? You having a bad feeling? Please," says to the Hyperstar. And Deku says, "It's not like that." And Bakugo gets a very expressive with his taunting. "Oh, is it because you have motion sickness? Let me give that hanky to you, you shitty Deku." And Deku then says, "Now you're just taking that to the advantage. Do I want to give you the light speed punch? Bring it with pleasure." Both were ready to get a fight on, but Ibari stops these two from fighting. "Now, this isn't holy of you, you two. You should be very grateful." And Deku says, yes, ma'am." And Bakugo says, "Yeah, right. Like I would ever talk and respect a person who kept his quirk a secret." And Deku looks at Bakugo. "Look, I had to keep that secret from you, but you had to piss me off. I wanted my payback." And Bakugo says, "Yeah, you had your fun beating the snot out of me." And Deku says, "That's because for all the single years, you bullied me, even without a quirk, for about few years." And Bakugo says, "Why couldn't you tell me? I thought saving people best, and you took my advantage on that." Then Zawa says, "All right, everybody get off the bus." And Bakugo says, "We'll see about that." And Deku sighs. When getting off the bus, Deku was getting off the bus, then thinks, "Crap, forgot my bag. Hang on, I'm getting my bag." off the bus, and all of class 1A go inside. And Ochako says, hurry, we're almost going in. And all of them have gone in, except Zuko. When Zuko was looking for his bag, he looks up and down, trying to find it. Where is that thing? I know I put it somewhere. And he says, aha! There it is! Right on the back of the bus. Then, when Zuko was walking out of the bus, he sees the door close. A iron metal door. Huh? Is this the test? Then, when Zuko was going to run towards the door, he hears all Zawa's voice. A little pitched, but he says, no, this isn't a game or a test. This is the real villains. And Zuko hears the villains, and 13 was in there as well. All of Class 1A have been trapped. Zuko trying to figure out a way to do it. Then he has an idea. He puts on the costume, his vigilante costume, and gets into gear. And Zuko says, man, why does everything have to be bad? And Zuko then did laser! Then going through the tech around the maintenance door, when he was in the electro wave, he then see another figure in the light, in the radio waves. Zuko says, what the? Somebody else can use a quirk like that? Then coming out on the other side, disabling the metal door. And Zawa says, huh? So, you're here, Hyperstar. Wouldn't have a good time to help. And Zuko says, well, I was looking forward to beating down villains, Eraserhead. Then all the villains see different 3 heroes, and a door opened. And Zuko says, everybody, get out, now! This is going to be ugly. And half of Class 1A have left, but Tomogiri has it blocked and says, you're not going anywhere. Well, I wasn't expecting a vigilante, especially the infamous Hyperstar himself. Where did you even come from? Wouldn't you like to know? And Tomogiri says, no, you face the League of Villains. And Zuko says, for the first time, that's a reference to someone. And Bakugo says, get out of the way, nerd! I'm taking this guy down. And Kirishima says, Bakugo! Then Zuko says, wait, you damn idiot! That's a bad idea! And Bakugo explodes at Tomogiri, thinking he did damage. Ha! Told ya! I'll do better than you, nerd. And Tomogiri says, now taste the true power of the League of Villains. Then taking them to the classmates to different places. Azawa says, Hyperstar, you need to find them. And Hyperstar, as Zuko says, right, Eraserhead, and then uses laser. And he's going finding all different places where they are. And Zuko says, haven't used laser that much since I used it on the electro waves. Usually I don't use that often. And sees the Shoto and Toros. Shoto was taking down the villains with minimum ease. And Shoto says, Hyperstar, are you here to help me? And Suki says, I was going to help you, but I feel like I was going to help them more. And Shoto, confused on that saying, Zuko then says, never mind, get to safety. And Shoto disobeys on that little one. Zuko goes to the water saving one, sees Sue and Manetta, and then says, looks like this is a job for Hyperstar. And Minette and Sue were talking. Boy, this is going to be not easy to deal with. How are we going to defeat all these villains at the same time? Heck, we only have one floating fork. And when they say that, Zuko comes down like a drill in a pack knight and swirling around in the water and taking down villains with his drill and at a close speed of 6,000 knots per minute. And Zuko says, took down every last one of them. And Minette says, Zuko, thank you! Hugging Zuko, thanking him for saving them. And Sue says, boy, your quirk is really fast. I wasn't expecting drill to be effective on water. I only use drill like on ground, but it's surprisingly effective on water. And Zuko says, hold on you two, this is going to be very dangerous. And then uses laser to propel himself once again. And Minette says, wait, taking him to the hill. And Zuko says, that was a close one. And now I gotta help Azawa. I don't know how many are, but I hope they have an easy time than me finding you guys. And Zuko then uses boost at level 3, coming at a hot pace. Zawa was taking down villains right after Zuko was getting his friends out of harm. When Zawa was near to Shigaraki, his hand touched his arm and decaying it. And Zuko says, are you okay, Racerhead? Man, wasn't expecting work like that to hurt you. And Zawa says, protected my attack, and when I can close my eyes. You need to rest. You can't handle all of this. And Racerhead says, you underestimate me, Hyperstar. And Zuko says, fine. I won't hold anything back on these guys. Saying, let's go. Hyperstar was going full speed on different fighting styles, keeping the villains at bay with Eraserhead. And when Zuko was opened, Eraserhead erased the quirk of the villains, giving a team of a century. And Zuko was keeping all of the villains from hurting Eraserhead and using Cube to hit the ground, shaking the ground, and Zuko punches them and flying them up in the air. Then Zuko was spinning at full speed, using similar to a capoeira dance, and Shigaraki scratching his throat. Damn it. Wasn't expecting the most famous vigilante to be here. And this quirk has grown faster. Nomo, take care of him. And Nomo goes and attacks Zuko. And Eraserhead says, Zuko, watch out! And dodges. Thanks. Did you say my name? And Zawa says, crap! And Shigaraki says, Zuko. I mean, who the heck is Zuko? And Hyperstar says, nobody in particular. And Shigaraki looks at Hyperstar. So, your name is Zuko. And Zuko gets a sudden thought. Crap. He knows my name. Luckily, he doesn't know my last name. Well, you know my name, but you don't know who I am. Now, I'll give you what a speedster like me is. Zuko used his laser to bounce around, making a star shape with his laser. But when Zuko was trying to take down the Nomo had enough with Zuko's attack and grabs him on that straight line, pushes him to the ground. Eraserhead says, his and trying to erase his quirk, but then Eraserhead says, Zuko, try to get out. And Zuko tries to get out, but his grip is still on. And Zawa says, his quirk is not his strength, but what is it? Zuko then says, let me go! Using blade and slicing his arm. And Shigaraki says, that's no good. And the Nomu's arm regenerates. And Zuko and Eraser said, regeneration. I should have known. Let me do something. And Eraserhead says, what? And Zuko then uses laser, punching the Nomu in the gut. And Shigaraki says, so you figured it out. And Zawa says, he's also shock resistant? And Zuko says, no wonder my attacks weren't facing him. He was made to fight All Might. And Shigaraki says, yes, he was going to take down All Might. And the symbol of peace will be gone. And Zuko says, well, there will always be a symbol of peace. And this is a hyper star of your reality. And Zuko tries to take down the Nomu. Goes to punch the Nomu with a swift, persuasive blow to the head and blows his body, putting it to the ground. But the Nomu grabs Zuko's arm and throws him. Zuko was Wah! And Zawa catches him with his scarf. Are you okay, Hyperstar? Didn't thought that plan would have worked anyway, but my other plan is still getting it. And Zawa looks at him. You always think things through. Well, they call me Hyperstar for nothing. And Shigaraki says, what are you talking about? Our company. And then the door bangs and a hero comes and says, don't worry, because I am here. Now, villains will be done with this. And Zuko says that company. And All Might was taking down the villains. And Shigaraki says, damn Hyperstar, but Nomu, get All Might. And Nomu and All Might clashed. And All Might was taking Nomu on and giving him a German suplex, but the Nomu grabs him by Tomagiri's teleportation. And Tomagiri says, nice try, but I think you got something else to deal with. And All Might says, I should have known you would have done that. And then Zuko says, well, he's not the only one then going to take down the Nomu, but stopped for a second by Shoto's ice, freezing the Nomu. Hey, what was that for? I almost had him. Oh, sorry. I thought freezing him like that would stop him for a while. Well, it worked. Then All Might got out of the Nomu's grip and says, well, they have no time to play around. And Nomu's body is shattered by the ice, but regenerates. And when Shigaraki says, well, we have to deal with two of the famous people ever seen Hyperstar and All Might rivaling that of the rivaling each other. And when he said that, Bakugo got Tomagiri and taking him down. Ha! Die! Bigger word that was. And Tomagiri says, how did you... You thought I wouldn't notice? You were keeping yourself spreaded. That meant you were hiding your physical. Exploding his neck. And Tomagiri... See, nerd? I can compete. And when he said that, the Nomu comes at him. And Sugu says, idiot! And does laser! Grabs Bakugo. And making it in time. God. Lightning pace speed is annoying enough as it is. You, why did you save me? Splag deal. Zuko says, now you're just pissing me off. Negative thoughts come around him. All different thoughts. His body turns to purple, violet, frenzy, and Nomu and Zuko in frenzy mode. What the? Since when did he turn into that? Just now. No. Villains, where are we going to deal with you? Zuko was chomping down like a hungry hippo. Well, looks like our Numo is dealing with your little friend as well. Holding his mouth and throwing him up in the air and kicking him with a boot push kick. And All Might says, are you okay? Gotcha! Are you okay? Hyperstar. Lots of pain, but still kicking. Oh, then shall we finish this? Once and all, villains. And Zuko says, good luck with that. We need more force to take that down. And All Might and Hyperstar look at each other. And All Might says, you know what I'm thinking? Yeah. And both Zuko and All Might look at each other and look at the Nomu. How long has it been since we teamed up? A couple of years. Can you still use that full power? Yeah, but it's still going to eat up all my stamina. Good. All we need is just a few minutes. And Shigaraki says, huh? What are you talking about? And both All Might and Zuko says, just watch. And Zuko turns his full color, and all of his colors have been getting all availed, meaning he can use all of them at 3 minutes. His colors shining around his hair like a rainbow, and his eyes were coming down like all of different colors he has. Now, let's do this. Both All Might Zuko charged. Nomu attacks. Then both Nomu goes for a punch, but Zuko uses Rocket to accelerate his punch. All Might uses his cross, Texas Smash, and pushing the Nomu across the ground. And Zuko used Q, taking down the Nomu. And All Might punches him up in the air. Now, ready, Hyperstar? With a smile on my face? Yeah, United States of... And Zuko says his own ultimate move. Colors go beyond, and all colors smash. And both Zuko and All Might hit the Nomu with all of their full power and putting the Nomu in the air. Shigaraki says, no, this isn't happening. And getting pissed off with Hyperstar. Well, Zuko, we'll see each other again. Zuko says, good luck with that. And Shigaragi has gone. Zuko disappears and changes into his classroom gear. All of Class 1A have gone to a 1-week day off, and the tournament arc has begun. And I hope you like this video and hope you subscribe. See you next time. Bless all.